Welcome back to the DJ booth. I'm Josh Stevens, not here with Dylan Goldman this time. I am here with Kevin Perez. We will be talking about the NFL and more specifically the Tennessee Titans coming off a huge trade to get Julio Jones, the Falcons legend, to arguably top 5 wide receiver in the NFL, to go along with another top 10 wide receiver in A.J. Brown. Plus, they have a dominant running back, over 2,000 yards last season, in Derrick Henry, plus an emerging starting quarterback, Ryan Tannehill. So, how many wins do you think they'll get next year, Kevin?
I have the Titans finishing around 11-6. I think they'll finish first in the division. It's going to be a close race between them and the Colts because Carson Wentz is going to have a bounce back year now that he's with his old offensive coordinator, Frank Wright. So, yeah, Titans with 11 wins this year.
Yeah, I feel like their defense is definitely going to hold them back. They did draft Caleb Farley. But I didn't love their draft as a whole. I mean, Farley was a good pick. Farley's also super injury prone. He's had 2 back surgeries. He couldn't even attend the combine because his back. I mean, he's just very injury prone. But when he's healthy, he's arguably the top corner in the draft over Pat Surtain, over J.C. Horn. I mean, he ran a sub 4.440. He has great ball coverage skills. But they also did lose a few other corners. They lost to Dory Jackson. They have a good safety in Kevin Byard, but overall it's a very weak defense. That's going to be what holds them back if they don't make it to the playoffs. Remember to call us in at 1-2-3-4-5-6-7-8-9-0. Again, that's 1-2-3-4-5-6-7-8-9-0. And we do have a caller. It is Dylan Goldman from Down Under in Australia. Hey, Dylan.
Yeah, from down under, mate. And I had a question for you. I'm a big football fan. And what do you think about the rest of the division? You talked about the Colts and the Titans. What about the Jacksonville Jaguars? Trevor Lawrence, are they going to challenge the Titans at all?
I don't see that happening. Trevor Lawrence was the first overall pick, and so for a reason. They'll be a below average team. They still have a lot of holes on their team. The wide receiver room is in question, even though they have standout DJ Chark. Also, some questions on the defensive ends. In a couple years, they could challenge the Titans for the division crown, but at this moment, they're not competition.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence needs a few years to get back on track. I mean, I don't see the Houston Texans going anywhere near 5 wins, much less claiming the division title. Lawrence needs a couple of years. They have a decent offense, but they were the worst team in the league last year. Lawrence won't make a run for the title. I mean, the Colts are definitely an interesting team. They're always good each year. They're never great since they had Peyton. Yeah, it really depends on Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz won't be amazing in his first year. He was very good with Frank Reich, but he needs to find his mojo again. He's been very bad for the last 2 years, so I doubt the Colts really make a huge run for the title until Carson Wentz gets comfortable again. I feel like this is the Titans' division to lose, and they won't lose it. Titans, my prediction: 13-4, losing the AFC Championship game to the Kansas City Chiefs. What are your predictions for where the Titans will end up?
I think the Titans will just fall short of the NFL Conference Championship. I think they'll lose in the divisional round to the Buffalo Bills. It'll be a good matchup, but I think the Bills are a superior team.
Yeah, some stats predictions. I see them having a great offense, top offense in the league, but a bottom 15 defense, which is going to be their downfall. And they could have 1,000 wide receivers in Julio Jones and A.J. Brown. See Henry going for over 1,500 yards. Maybe not the 2,000 that he had last season, but definitely over 1,500. Ryan Tannehill could definitely throw 4,000 yards, maybe even up to 4,500 if he's successful. And it's going to be a great offense. I'm looking forward to watching it. So, away from the Titans, let's go one last thing. Who's your Super Bowl predictions before we exit?
I'm going to go with the Los Angeles Rams. Trading for Matthew Stafford was a huge plus. He's an upgrade from Jared Goff. That defense, led by Aaron Donald, is still very dangerous, and their offense is only going to improve with Stafford as QB. I'd like to see them make a run in the NFC.
Yeah, Stafford gets a prove year to prove if he's really the generational quarterback that people are touting him to be, and he's blaming Detroit for his shortcomings. Rams could definitely make a push for it. I still have the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl. It's really hard to bet against the Chiefs. NFC is very wide open. I mean, the Packers, seemingly, Aaron Rodgers, not sure if he's coming back. Tom Brady's only getting older. I mean, they still are a big threat. They didn't lose anybody from that Super Bowl winning team. The Saints, if Teddy Bridgewater can step in and be a force, they're definitely a force to be reckoned with. The Rams, the Seahawks, the NFC is so wide open. I'm really excited for the NFL this season, especially the Titans. This is the DJ booth. I'm Josh Stevens along with Kevin Perez. We'll see you guys next time.